What's up YouTube, Simon here and welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Today we are going to be talking about Boko. Boko is the Chocobo chick, aka the little Chocobo that was heavily part of the Chocobo World minigame back in the original Final Fantasy VIII. A minigame that was only available to those who had the Pocket Station, a piece of hardware only available in Japan. However, if you ran the PC version of Final Fantasy VIII, either the original PC version or the Steam version that was released in 2013, then they actually came included with an emulated version of Chocobo World. But the remastered edition does not. You cannot play Chocobo World with this version of the game. Now, the developers were kind enough to include much of the rewards from Chocobo World into the remastered version by other means. For example, you're probably already aware of the fact that many of the unique items originally available only by playing Chocobo World, such as the coveted ribbon ability, are now available through the Angelo search functionality. However, that's not the only thing that Chocobo World was important for. For example, once you've completed your first Chocobo forest, you get to name a little Chocobo called Boko, and that's something you can still do in the remastered version of the game. Indeed, I've already done guides on those Chocobo forests, which I'll leave a link to in the video description. Originally, once you'd named Boko, you could then open up Chocobo World and play with Boko, level him up, power him up, get him to higher levels, make him stronger, bring him back into the main game, and he would pwn enemies for you. Now, because that functionality is no longer present, we cannot level Boko up in the traditional sense. However, that doesn't mean that Boko is going to be stuck at level 1. As part of the changes for the remaster, Boko's level is now tied to your average party level, and I've done some extensive testing to verify that this is the case. So, I've used the Hind save editor, available over at the Crim forums, which I'll leave a link to again down in the video description, and I've tested how Boko works depending on your party level. Now, Boko has 4 abilities that he can cast. They are ChocoFire, ChocoFlare, ChocoMeteor, and ChocoBocle. So, as an example, because my party is currently very high level, aka they're all level 100, that means that Boko will cast his highest level ability, which is ChocoBocle. Now, in order to summon Boko in battle, you just need to use a Gyshal Greens item. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll talk about how you know which ability Boko will use when he's summoned. So, as I suggested, this is definitely going to be ChocoBocle because we're at max level. And this is one of the rare abilities in the game, incidentally, that can break the damage limit. Now, because I'm using the Hind save editor, I don't think we're seeing maximum damage here. I've literally just bumped the levels up, not the other stats of the party or of Boko himself. So they don't have the naturally high stats that you would expect. But even so, we did 13,000 points of damage, and that is an AoE ability. Now, I mentioned the fact that he has 3 other abilities, and they are ChocoFire, ChocoFlare, and ChocoMeteor. And this is how they are cast. If your average party level, and this includes only the 3 active members of the party, not the members that are currently on the sidelines, if your active party level is between level 1 and 24, then the level 1 attack, ChocoFire, will be cast. And this is the lowest power attack. If your average party level is between 25 and 49, then the second power ability will be cast, which is ChocoFlare. And if your average party level is between 51 and 74, then ChocoMeteor will be cast. And finally, if your average party level is 75 or above, then ChocoBocle will be cast. Now I'm just going to show you the other abilities then that Boko can cast, mostly just for fun, but also just to show you the level ranges as well. So currently my active party level is 24, all 3 party members happen to be at that level, which means that he will be in the level range for casting ChocoFire, since ChocoFire is cast when your average party level is 1 through to 24 inclusive. And ChocoFire is the weakest, of course, of the 4 abilities, but even so, still does a nice bit of damage. Next up, I leveled up my party members to 49, which means that we will then cast the second of Boko's abilities, ChocoFlare, which is cast when your party members average between levels 25 and 49. Now, it is worth noting that ChocoFire, that was the lowest level ability that Boko can cast, is a fire-based element, so it will actually heal fire enemies. However, the rest of Boko's abilities, including ChocoFlare here, are non-elemental based abilities, so they will not interfere with any of the enemy's weaknesses or strengths. Next up then, I've leveled up my party members to level 74, which should be in the catchment range for the third ability, ChocoMeteor. This is cast when your average party level is between levels 50 and 74 inclusive. So we'll get to see this in action now. And it's a pretty cool ability actually. Does a nice amount of damage, as you are about to see, of course. Oh, it's so pretty. Not so much for the enemy. Okay. And then finally, as you've seen already, ChocoBocle is cast when your party members' average level are between 75 and 100 inclusive. Now, I'm especially interested in finding out how much damage you guys do with ChocoBocle in the remastered version of the game, since, as I say, all I did was use a save editor to change the levels of my party members and nothing else, which means that the numbers that we're seeing on screen here are very likely to be a little bit skewy. So yeah, please do share that down in the comments below. I will, of course, test this out myself as well on my PS4 playthrough, once I've managed to level my party members up to the maximum. Anyway, folks, I hope this video has helped answer a few questions. I know there was some confusion over on the GameFAQs boards and over at Reddit about how exactly Boko's abilities were chosen in the remastered version. So hopefully this video has put those issues to rest now. But if you've got anything else you want to add to this, then please do so in the comments section. But as always, I've been Simon, your host for today. Thanks for stopping by, checking out the video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Sounds like you're having fun.